Hello, good evening and welcome to the Prime Sports here with me, Owuraku Ampofo. We start off with our first story which we headlined, and that has to do with former Black Stars midfielder Emmanuel Agyemang-Badu. Now he has backed the decision of the Ghana Football Association to maintain the technical team of three-times World Cup participant for the Mundial in Qatar later this year. The 2009 Under-20 World Cup winner has been speaking to Joy Sports.
I think the coach have done a very great job. The FA had done a lot of great job as well, because after the African Cup of Nations, we all knew what happened. There was a lot of pressure on them, but they were able to map a strategy to calm nerves down and to qualify the nation for another World Cup. So we are very happy. The FA have done a good job. We are appealing to them to give them a contract as soon as possible, so that they can get the guys back for the AFCON qualifiers, and we have to use this qualifiers to have a formidable squad that can compete on the world stage at the World Cup. So I'm very happy the team have qualified. I'm very happy for the coaches, the FA, and we are waiting for the guys to come for the African Cup qualifiers so that we support them.
Now time for some exciting news, because the Ghana Football Association would be hosting the GFA E-Trophy Championship. That's the penultimate national tournament to select the best gamers to represent the country in the FIFA E-Nations Cup, to be hosted in Denmark much later this year in July. The championship, which will serve as a qualifier, would be at Lisa Hotel Northridge in Accra this Saturday, May 14. And one of the favorites heading into the competition has been speaking to Joy Sports. Let's hear from him as he tells his journey through esports and how he became one of Ghana's best players.
For me, gaming is my life and not a hobby. I love playing it and I can't live without it. My name is Owuraku and this is my story. Wonder Kid. I got it from the first tournament I played. I was 13 years back then. I played against a top tier player then, and no one knew me before then. So I started the game, and like when I played like the first 20 minutes, everyone was like, hey, who go carry Wonder Kid come? Who go carry Wonder Kid come? And the game started from then. If someone would have told me I would be a pro gamer in like 7 years, I would have believed them, because back then I was really into gaming. I played game all the time. So if someone would have told me that, I would have believed them. I started gaming at a very young age, I think at the age of 6 years. Back then, everyone was playing Pro Evolution Soccer on PS2. That was the favorite game. I shifted to FIFA some years after. Yes, everyone was playing PS2 back then. That's what I was playing. How many hours have I spent playing the game? Back then, I used to game a lot. Like I was playing like 6 to 7 hours a day on game. But now I don't get enough time to play, so probably I spend like 3 hours to 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours every day on gaming. Yeah, right now I'm moving around with my boss, like helping him sort some stuff out, and there's also school. So yeah, that accounts for that. Yeah, I'm a student of University of Ghana, Legon, and I offer political science and information studies. Combining the gaming life and schooling is very, very tough, because the gaming takes up a lot of time, and the school on the other hand also takes up a lot of time. So I find a way to balance both. I find a way to like get the gaming set and the schooling also. So I don't want it to clash, for it to affect my grades and stuff. So when I'm writing exams and stuff like that, I just do away with the game entirely, then concentrate on the exams. When I'm done, then I go back to gaming, stuff like that. PlayStation or Xbox? Well, I was an Xbox player before, but I changed to PlayStation just because in Ghana there are lots of PlayStation players. We wouldn't get Xbox players to play with. Not many people are on that platform. So I switched to PS to get players to play with, and also with the online session, if you play with PS, you're likely to get more players to play with than Xbox, because of like the number of players on the PlayStation. Yeah, so that's why I switched to the PlayStation. My training is online. I do everything online. I play a lot of games online. There's this mode, FIFA Ultimate Team. I mean, you compete with the best over there. So yeah, that's how I used to train. I play with the best. I lose some games, I win some games, but it's all a learning process. I learn from there, so my training is online. Everything I do is online. Yeah, I have a manager. His name is Kobra Mensa. He picked me up when I was 14 years old, and he's nurtured me since. Like, I've been to a lot of tournaments with him. He's helped me improve on my gameplay and all that. Yeah, he helped me a lot. Yeah, esports is a broad industry. FIFA. Actually, FIFA is not the only game I play. I do play a lot of games. I play Mortal Kombat, I play Call of Duty. Yes, I don't play them professionally, but then I'm good at them. But I chose FIFA because I started playing FIFA like, I've been playing FIFA for a long time. So I decided to stick with what I played for a long time. The best FIFA. Actually, I have two FIFAs that I really enjoyed. That was FIFA 13 and FIFA 15.
Why?
FIFA 13, the gameplay was very smooth, same as FIFA 15. The gameplay was very smooth, and but right now with the current FIFAs, there are a lot of errors and all that in the game. So I prefer those over these current ones. By family, they weren't cool. Were there for a long time. I mean, back in the day, I used to play at the game center. I've been beaten at the game center before by my mom and all that, so they weren't cool with it. But when I started competing in tournaments and I got my winnings, I mean, I've been taking care of myself since SHS with my winnings. I've been paying my school fees and all that, so eventually they were cool with it. Eventually it's actually owned by my manager. He's the boss, Owuraku Ampofo. And being the captain, it's a big privilege. Like, out of all the players in Virtual, they decided to give the captaincy to me, so yeah, it's a very big privilege. I want to honor them and do all the best I can for them. Three of the best achievements, let me see. Okay, the first tournament I ever won, I was 13 years back then, DMX Triathlon. That was the first tournament I won. It was a very huge deal for me because that was like the first tournament I played in. I competed with everyone and I won it. And then for the second one, MTN Conquest, which was hosted last year, I also won that one. Which other one? Okay, this, we were in Cote d'Ivoire last year. I didn't win it, but I was happy with my performance. I was 4th place. I think I could have done better, but I was 4th place, and I see that as a big achievement because I was 4th in the whole of Africa. Challenges that I've been through. Trying to go into the international stage. I mean, Ghana, playing the game is very challenging in Ghana. You have to deal with light out, disconnections. Like, there are lots of things that like let you down when you're playing in Ghana. There's a mode that I have to play to qualify for the international stages, the international competitions. But normally there's a mode that I have to get 30 wins out of 30 to be verified. And then you can be playing the game and then they'll take lights. And then that means a light out counts as a loss for you. Also, if you disconnect whilst playing, it also counts as a loss. So all these things are some of the challenges I go through when I'm gaming online in Ghana.
Okay. So before you start a game or play any tournament, are there any specific good luck charms or rituals that you do?
Before I start a game, no, I don't have any specific thing I do before I start a game. But yeah, I had some things that I consider good luck charms. I mean, I had some green cape. I used to wear that cape to every tournament I went to, and then boys started complaining when they saw me in that cape, thinking it helps you, I've done something to the cape or whatever. But I lost the cape, and then later on I got some ring. That ring, well, I think gives me good luck when I'm playing. So yeah, that ring. No, not this one. For starters, if you want to be the next wonder kid here in Ghana, you have to stay focused, be determined, take up online play. You can't just be playing in Ghana, playing against your friends and think you are good. That be house champion, area champion. That one, no one will know you. Take up online, play with other people from other countries. I mean that it will test your skill to the max. You know whether you are good or not, whether you are there or not. So if you do that, and also play in tournaments, meet new people, challenge yourself, do all of that, and yeah, you can be the next wonder kid. You'll be very good in the game.
So that was Frank Owuraku, and he himself has been winning most of the tournaments when it comes to esports, and I spoke to him just before coming here, and he is pretty confident that he would be leading the charge again in the GFA Esports Championship, which takes place at Lisa Hotel this weekend, specifically on Saturday. But let's talk badminton now, where Gabriel Acheku, who is a PE teacher at the Tema International School, has become the first Ghanaian to be appointed as a badminton African accredited umpire in 60 years. Now, in line with the 2027 strategic mission plan, Ghana Badminton trains and develops local umpires to the highest national level. Now, the history-making man, Gabriel Acheku, he's with us in the studio, as well as the president of the Ghana Badminton Association, Ivan Tiaboa. Ivan and Gabriel, it's a pleasure to have both of you. Let me start with you, Gabriel, because you are the reason why we're here. And what's the feeling like becoming the first referee in 60 years from Ghana?
Certainly, I'm very happy, very excited, because as you indicated, this is one of the plans that is in place for meeting the strategic plan that we have from 2017 to 2027. Certainly, if we have to enjoy the game, then we need good officials to be able to officiate the game, officials at the highest level. And so getting to this level is a big plus for myself, my school, and then the association and the country as a whole.
Just a little bit of education. Who is an umpire in badminton, and what does he or she do?
So basically, an umpire is the chief judge of a particular badminton game. He ensures that the game runs smoothly on the court of play. So he takes a number of decisions. And the decisions cover the service judges, the players, and then the line judges. So just as we have a referee on the field of play in a soccer match, the umpire is the chief judge in the game of badminton.
Oh, interesting. Let me come to you, Ivan. Now, you've had you headed this strategic plan. That's the 2027 mission plan put together to be able to train referees. And you've had the pleasure of Gabriel being inducted so soon, even before 2027. First of all, tell us about this 2027 strategic mission plan for badminton.
So basically, 5 years back, we introduced the strategic plan to guide us 10 years forward. So half track in the middle of it, it talks about graduating coaching education, it talks about graduating technical officiating. So 5 years back, we were just 11 technical officiating, and now we're climbing to 84 accredited and certified technical officials. This, we know that we are growing in leaps and bounds, and up to 2027, we will have a total of 254 technical officials, with a total of 18 of them being at the world level class officiating.
And let me come to you, Gabriel. Take us through your journey in badminton. How you didn't just become an accredited umpire, you started from somewhere.
Yeah, certainly. I was trained as a PE teacher by the University of Cape Coast, the PE department. So badminton was one of the courses that we had to study. And so that was where the interest started. And somewhere in 2016, I happened to cross paths with the Badminton Association of Ghana because for the love of the sport. And so it was easy to click with the plans that the association had. Owing to the fact also that my school had a badminton court. And in fact, in December 2018, we hosted the African Schools Championships and the National Schools Championships in Tema, TIS. The International School hosted those two champions. So that was where the development began through to the African level. So that is how it began.
And how do you plan on impacting the whole continent?
In a lot of ways, but I'll talk to you about two main ones. One is that you are charting a career path for yourself. Certainly, I want to get to the world stage. And the second one is that certainly we need more of qualified umpires. So you have to be part of the plan in helping train other ones, because very soon we'll be starting the Premier League Badminton Championships, and we need umpires at the various regions and competition centers. So certainly, having benefited from this, I will help train the next generation of umpires in badminton.
Well, Evans, Gabriel speaks of training the next generation. I'm sure there's a plan in place, but how does Ghana ensure that it doesn't just end with Gabriel and we keep on producing more empires, not just for the country, but for the continent and maybe even further in future for the whole world?
I think that what is important is that our strategic plan till 2027 earmarks us that by next year we should graduate also another 4 on the African certification level because number one, we're hosting the African Games next year. And also when you look at it on the world level, we know that from next year, Gabriel and some others would also climb into the world level as well. So there is a clear succession plan. And basically, if you see our technical officiating courses we have done across the country in Ho, in Kumasi, in Accra, in Sunyani over the last 5 years, these have been the pinnacle of what is being produced. And for us as a national governing body, it is something that is very strengthful, and we encourage each and everyone to take a career path in that particular sport. You know, once you take a career, it becomes a side career for you, and then at the world level, you get to earn some money, you get to earn some traveling exposure, and you get to learn some vacation as well that you can keep up with your family and for yourself as well as you grow up the sport. So we are looking at increasing a lot of women to qualify for the African level, and then next year, Ghana, we are fully ready as a sport of badminton to be able to have our Ghanaian officials being able to officiate the tournament that we will be having here in Ghana in August next year.
Okay, let me wrap up with you, Gabriel.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the next few years? What do you think it would take for you to now move from the continent to the world stage?
Okay, so certainly now I need a lot of tournament experience because your upward upgradement also has to do with your record of work. You need to officiate for some minimum number of hours in order to qualify for the next stage. We are looking at next year's All Africa Games as a basis to be able to achieve that. The association is also working to help me get some tournaments in some of African countries. And so certainly, like we said, the aim is to get to the BWF level, which is the world level, because there are a lot of processes that lead to that. Before a match comes on, there are lots of preparations that go into that, and so you have to be abreast with all these in order that you can get the needed platform to get to the world stage.
Oh, thank you. Evans, just to wrap up with you, what's your confidence level like that we're going to end up producing a lot more umpires, and not just in terms of officiating, but badminton as a sport would grow leaps and bounds and start to penetrate Africa and the world stage, speaking on behalf of Ghana?
Yes, exactly. For us as a national association, we are climbing up with all our development and events. Just in July coming, we are launching the first Africa National Premier League, Badminton Premier League in the country. So for us, it's much exciting all the time. And we look at a lot of collaboration with partners and getting this thing going. But largely for technical officiating and for coaching education, it's something that we've placed as a priority in our strategic plan. And we are happy with the KPI results that we are seeing, especially with Gabi moving and getting on to the accredited level for the African side. It means that we will now have a Ghanaian who is officiating badminton tournaments on the Africa and the world level to come by the end of the year. So we'll see him being exposed to some African countries later this year and also to the world stage as well later this year. So for us, we are very excited.
All right, thank you very much, Evans and Gabriel, and we'll definitely keep close tabs on the development of Gabriel and hope to see more umpires from Ghana, penetrate the African stage and hopefully the global stage when it comes to badminton officiating. But let's now do some community football. Yesterday, we heard from Team Casa, who are pretty confident that they would defend their title. Tonight, we visited the camp of Team Ashaiman as they are gearing up for this year's edition of the Ramadan Cup, which comes off at the Fadama AstroTurf on Saturday. Once again, it was Joy Sports' Michelle Ukweno who was at their training ground earlier.
I'm Ashama, so left free now. I'm correct left free. We're from Ashama. We can take the tournament, but if they give us better left frees, we can play it and take it again. Anytime the left frees, they used to rob us. This time we are going to our red. We are going to play our red. So we beg you, may God bless us. Amen.
Alright, so that's the captain for Team Ashaiman. You just heard speaking, laying down their plans for this year's Ramadan Shawabutu Cup, saying that despite the losing out last year, this year they're going to step up and step in and overcome the difficulties which they faced last year. Am I right? Ashama, you ready? Ashama, you ready? I'm ready for the morale, crowd. Give me morale. All right. Okay, so yeah, we are currently here at the park, you know, legendary and iconic park right in the middle of the street here in Ashama. And with me is their rep, Alaj Madi. Make you give me some morale. Okay, so you know, the energy sums up the expectations of the team really. But yesterday or some days ago, we went to Kaswa. The team who beat you the semi-final, and they're like, if you come again, they'll beat you. If you come back, they'll beat you. They'll tell you after that, they'll beat you and beat you. What do you have to say to Kaswa?
Oh, I don't have anything to say, but the pitch will decide that very day.
Yeah, exactly what he's saying. They don't talk much, they just show action. So before you go, just give us some small action. Talk with the iceberg, show us something. More morale. Rastaman, Lumwi, Shiwi, Adia Numbida, Otite Anum, look at the coach, the way they jog, like a premier who come from Valega. Look at you, the way they flex, like a look at
Well, isn't it interesting how they all sing Jama and are very confident that they're going to win the trophy. By the end of the day, only one team wins the Ramadan Cup. Last year, it was the turn of Team Kaswa. Whose turn would it be? We'll be bringing you reactions, updates, and highlights next week because the event takes place this Saturday. My name is Owuraku Ampofo, and that's how we'll be wrapping up the show here tonight. If you're after some more stories, you can get some on my @sports, or you can follow us on social media at Joy Sports GH. On Twitter, on Facebook, and then Instagram as well. We'll be back again tomorrow to get you ready for what should be an intriguing weekend of sport.